to build everything that you want. I'm going to write out the 9 phases. When I do this, I'm then going to zoom into them. I won't have time to zoom in too much into all of them. We have a limited amount of time here, unfortunately. 1, you're going to open. What does opening mean? It means initiating the chat with her group. Guess what, gentlemen? This is group theory. Women of beauty are very rarely found alone. They're found in groups. They're healthy. They have healthy relationships with their girlfriends, and guess what? With men too. Their brother may be with them, their boyfriend, their father. These are opportunities for you to demonstrate a higher value by befriending the peer group. If you get social proof from her own peer group, from her brother will end up, if he likes you, he'll end up handing her over to you on a silver platter. 2, female to male attract. And we're going to zoom into that one today. That's really what I want to get to. In this phase, we are going to make the woman attracted to us first. Everything you will ever learn in the Venusian arts, which is the complement to the martial arts, the Venusian arts is the pickup arts. Some of you have heard that phrase. For some of you, it's brand new. And that phrase is the distinction between art form and sleaziness. Let's not use the word pickup arts anymore. There's too much connotation to it, negative connotation. In fact, the pickup arts topic is about as volatile as is the topic of religion. You want to stay away from it when you're talking to women about it, that's for sure. The 3rd phase is male to female attract. Here's what takes place here. Some of you may know about the qualification phase. Well, I'm not really qualifying the girl. What I'm attempting to do here is find out what qualities she possesses, and then I can use those to indicate my interest to her. In other words, if she's attracted to me, I can't just instantly be attracted to her. I have to be attracted to her for specific reasons, and it has to go beyond her looks. And guess what? There are a lot of different women with a lot of different qualities. And all these different qualities, there's something really amazing about them. You must find the interesting qualities. Be proactive in this. That's what this phase is about, looking for those qualities. And when she mentions something that you like, that you find interesting, that maybe you have some commonality for, that's when you can express your interest for that reason. 4. How do I draw this? There we go. 4 is, I'm just going to give you guys a short version of this. I have different names for it, but let's try that again. Comfort. Number 1, okay? Then we've got 5, comfort 2, and 6, comfort 3. I'm going to take the time to write this out because these are very important in that you're going to be escalating your comfort. The first one is for building rapport, just enough so that you can, after 4, right here, go for her phone number. You can't go for her phone number right after you open because she's not attracted to you yet. After she's attracted to you, going for her phone number is not going to make, before you have indicated your interest to her, she's going to think, oh, great, I met this guy. And then you go for the phone number, and then it blurs on you. It just goes weird on you. When you leave a message, and she doesn't call you back. Why? Because you're a stranger. I mean, she was attracted to you, but she's attracted to a lot of guys. These are beautiful women. They're socially savvy. They've interacted with others. There's always a better-looking guy than you. This is important. You have to convey your interest in her for legitimized reasons. That's why you need her to demonstrate a higher value to you, and then you can indicate your interest for those reasons. So she'll feel like the attraction is mutual. But of course, if you go for the phone number then, she's still going to feel uncomfortable. It's like, yeah, he likes me, I like her, or I like him, but there's just something missing. I just feel like if I meet up with him, it could be dangerous. I don't feel comfort with him. So you need to build some comfort with her before you go for a phone number. And I'm going to zoom into what a phone number is in a moment, because we're actually not going for a phone number. I'm going to give you some counterintuitive advice when it comes to there. Comfort 2 is building intimacy, hand-holding, arm in arming, going arm in arm, and light kino. And then, of course, deeper comfort. This is the deepest. This is heavy intimacy. Kissing, holding hands, caressing. That, to me, is a part of comfort. Then, and only then, when we have spent a good 6 hours in here, this part here, we spend about 30 minutes. 6 hours here, and then another 30 minutes. 7 here is the first part of seduction, and we now build arousal. So let us arouse her. Now, do you notice something? Gentlemen, don't start arousing a girl or attempting to arouse a girl in the fucking nightclub. It'll make her feel quite uncomfortable. Maybe she'll go for it. She'll feel aroused. You know, maybe she's a little tipsy and you're going for fool's mate. But you're going to get buyer's remorse bad the next day when she doesn't call you, and it's a big waste of your time. What are you out to do? Are you just trying to get laid? Or are you trying to build a lifestyle? One with integrity. It's just as fast. You just get more options. 8 is last minute resistance, LMR. The reason why that exists is because sometimes, due to social programming, a woman feels like she has to tell you she doesn't normally do this. And you have to say, yes, I understand. And then you keep going. Right? And we have some strategies to make her feel comfortable and to explain to her that this is healthy, this is normal, you're allowed to do this. And one of the best ways of dealing with last-minute resistance is time. It only takes 7 hours. Accumulatively, billing by the minute, if you were a lawyer. It may take you a week to accumulate those 7 hours. You got to get back together with her. That's why you get that phone number. That phone number isn't really what you're looking for. You're looking for what we call here, right here, a time bridge. TB. Okay? A time bridge is a great metaphor. You are with her in 1, 2, 3, 4. Those phases, you're with her about 30 minutes long, maybe longer, maybe even an hour and a half. And then there comes a time when you have to part ways. So you have to bridge the time you are apart, the river of time that separates you from being together, so you can continue on with the courtship. But you notice in a time bridge, there are 2 sides to a bridge. You don't just get a phone number and that's a stairway to heaven. Like, yeah, I'll call you sometime. It goes nowhere. It's going to blur. It's going to disappear in you. It's going to dissipate. She's not going to call you back. Girls do this all the time. But what you can do instead is when you make a bridge, you make it solidly, you have another side to it. One example, for a time bridge, this is a whole thing that we can zoom into another time. I'll give you one example where you say, tomorrow I'm heading down to Melrose to pick up some shoes. Why don't you come tag along with me? That's it. That's so much better than saying, let's get together for coffee. That sounds uncomfortable. But have another side to it when you get her phone number. All right? Time bridge. The last one here, 9, sex. You'd figure, why do I actually put sex on this list? Why don't I just cut it off? Because as soon as, you penetrate her, that's as far as I want to get you guys. I'm not a relationship coach. I'm not out to teach you how to have a long-lasting relationship. But the real truth is, this is what I find funny and interesting about all this. This here is a relationship. The beginning, middle, and ending of a relationship. This is the breakup. Every beginning has an ending, unfortunately, and you want to minimize the amount of time from here to here. From no sex to no communication. This here is your actual relationship, sexual relationship. relationship, right? And it goes from sex to no sex. And then you have this here, and this is courtship. I'll write it above for a reason. Everything you will ever learn in the Venusian arts will fall into one of these 3 steps. The focus of this first step, courtship, is to have a relationship. Don't lose perspective. It's not to be a pickup artist. It's fun. It's challenging. It's entertaining. It's strategic. It's tactical. But ultimately, the purpose is to build relationships. That's why we're here, guys. The only reason why I got into this is because, to be honest, I was lonely. And now, the only reason why I'm teaching it is because I figured it out. And I want to just keep you guys from going through the pain that I went through. But you guys have to become masters at it. You can't go halfway, all right? Meeting is where you start. From meet to sex, or all the way to no communication again. But every beginning has an ending, and every ending is a new beginning. I'm not zooming into here, I'm not zooming into here, but I am zooming into here. From meet to sex, there's a beginning, middle, and ending. Attraction first, comfort and trust, then seduction. This is why we're doing it. I'm only reaching you to here, but I'm doing it so you can focus here. If you want to have a relationship, I equate it like in martial arts. Here's a board, and I want to punch the board. Do I focus on the board? No. I focus beyond the board, so when I punch, I go through. We call that momentum. So the momentum you're looking for stage 1 here is to get to stage 2. And for stage 2 to get to stage 3. And the whole reason for doing this is to have a proper relationship. Lifestyle relationship, whether you want to have many women in your life, whether you want to have one special woman, or 2. And again, we have a beginning, middle, and ending for each of these 3. And those are the 9 phases to the mystery method. Fair enough? Okay. So I'm not going to get into the details of sex today, especially. Last minute resistance, I don't have the time for. But there are some amazing ways of handling it, of handling her objections. And her objections are legitimate, so you're going to handle them legitimately. There's no manipulation happening here. You're just going to build comfort, but we can't get into that. When it comes to arousal, there are specific things to arouse a woman. People actually don't know how to do it, or they're too chicken to make the move. There are 3 comfort levels. Unfortunately, I don't have the time here today, but I promise you it's very systematic to go from here to here to here. There's a technique or a concept, a principle I call grounding, where you're going to take your identity and ground it to her reality. And that's a part of the comfort building phase. I can't get into that today. Male to female attraction. Hopefully I'll get time today. Let's zoom in on this and this. That's where we're working today, okay? Guess what? Here's the bad news. If you don't master opening, you can never get to this. If you don't master this, you can't get to the rest. The good news is, when you are approaching 48 groups per week, this is the easy stuff, because you're gonna get good at this, all right? How are you gonna get good at this? 48 approaches a week? Are you nuts? How can you possibly do that? I do 1 a month. Your lifestyle is gonna have to change. What are you, a pickup artist? What do pickup artists do? Oh, that's right, they pick up. They don't masturbate to porn on the net. What do you call that guy? A pervert. All right, let's zoom into opening.